officers who decided to go out and camp outside his property with some megaphones and shout protest at him. Except he wasn't at home because he had been warned by the police not to go home, and his family wasn't at home either. But nonetheless, it resulted in a bunch of headlines like this one from the BBC. Tobias Ellwood says MPs are not fair game after protests at home. And I was wondering why. Why did this happen? Why now? And so on. And I very much wondered whether this was in fact some whether this was a genuine protest or not. Let's put it that way. And fascinating, therefore, that the Home Office has just released some proposed amendments to the upcoming Criminal Justice Bill. Now, just to remind everybody what this is about, first of all, it's making sentences longer for the most dangerous criminals, including by making rapists serve every day of their sentence behind bars. It's about establishing powers to transfer prisoners in and out of England and Wales to serve their sentence abroad. It's not just Julian Assange that's facing that, but many other people as well. Give the police the powers they need to tackle theft by creating a new power to enter premises without a warrant to search for and seize stolen goods, such as phones located using GPS tracking technology. Give the police greater access to driver and vehicle licensing agency database to identify criminals. And just a quick reminder that this fits into a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on at the minute, which is really pretty draconian. We've been talking about the types of legislation that we've seen over the last few years. This is just the next tranche. But of course, we shouldn't forget that it's also going to help vulnerable individuals off the streets and direct them to appropriate support. So you won't be, if you're homeless, allowed to be out in the streets. You'll be lifted and taken off somewhere, who knows where. We've already seen that type of thing happening with property belonging to homeless people just being thrown in the back of bin lorries and so on. But here's the point. The Home Office in the last few days has released some new amendments, which is going to crack down pretty heavily on the right to protest. For example, as we saw outside Tobias Ellwood's home. So the police already have the ability to ask individuals to remove various face coverings and so on if necessary, but face coverings would be banned at protests from now on, which is quite ironic, bearing in mind what we've just been through over the last 4 years. But flares and pyrotechnics are going to be absolutely banned and so on. But a whole bunch of other restrictions on campaigning and protest coming into the Criminal Justice Bill. And just at the right time, just as this was announced, this event happens at Tobias Ellwood's house, who we should never forget is a serving reservist for 77 Brigade, the UK government's propaganda and spying operation. So all a coincidence, I'm sure. And I'm sure Ben and Vanessa will have a little bit more to add to that in extra. But we got to leave it there for today. I'm going to say thank you very much to Ben and Vanessa for joining me today. And thank you all for watching. We will see you on Monday at 1 p.m. Have a great weekend. And well, if you're not a UK Column member, we'll see you otherwise for extra in a couple of minutes. Bye-bye.